it's also an amazing sandbox. And this show has 2 sandboxes. And in fact, the hardest part as a director on this show was like trying to restrain myself because I wanted to put everything on the screen, and that would just create confusion and chaos and completely destroy the budget.
I was just so curious what made you believe in this project. Had you read the novel, or what made you want to bring this story to television?
This guy. I had worked with Vincenzo on Westworld and was truly struck by his directing, its beauty and sensitivity and kind of the sensuality of his camera moves. It's a weird thing to say, but it's true. Like he's such a sensual, beautiful filmmaker. And then he brings me this book by his pal, Bill Gibson. And I'm like, what are you talking about? It's like somebody handing you a beautiful birthday cake and being like, do you want to eat a bite? And it's like, of course I do. Of course. And so then when I read the book, literally like that night I started and I couldn't put it down. And the story was so compelling to me and so relatable and so timely and so deeply human that I was like, yeah, let's do this.
But not everyone would have done that, you see. I think that Lisa and Jonathan saw the show in the book. And in the book, and Mr. Gibson would support the statement, is very austere to begin with. It actually challenges the reader to continue. It's their eye for something special that really made this happen.
I'd say the show takes that same position almost. The first episode is intriguing, but it plays its cards close to the chest. So, Vincenzo, when you're approaching and directing, how do you kind of put all of these pieces together to keep, viewers enticed, but, reveal what you can?
Well, it's a little bit Hitchcockian, in so much as Flynn is absolutely our protagonist. And for the most part, things are seen through her eyes. She's our emotional entry point. So she has a mystery she has to solve. And because we're wearing her shoes, we, as the audience, want to follow her and know what that mystery, the answer to that mystery is. So, and as a director, that's kind of what leads me in terms of how we design the scenes and film them. But it's also an amazing sandbox. And this show has 2 sandboxes. And in fact, the hardest part as a director on this show was like trying to restrain myself because I wanted to put everything on the screen, and that would just create confusion and chaos and completely destroy the budget. So that was the hardest part, was just showing some modicum of restraint.
As we've been talking about, it's just such a complex world, a huge undertaking. You guys filmed in London and in North Carolina. So what was, I guess, like the biggest challenge in bringing it to the screen?
With the crew that we had and Vincenzo and the cast we had, they make it easy. They're collaborative and incredible and talented and so hardworking. And, every show is hard to bring to the screen. Like, it's always a miracle the second anything makes it to air. No matter what it is, it's a miracle. And that's why I'm always so appreciative of literally every single thing that I watch. This was made especially hard because we were filming during COVID, right? And I'm really grateful to everybody for just staying safe and working in these through a really difficult time. But at the same time as they were doing this, it kind of recapitulated the themes of the book, in which the idea that William Gibson foresaw a future like this, and then we were filming in a future like that. And much like Flynn and our heroes in this, kind of they stay sane and grounded by being together, by forming a supportive community. I feel like that's what the crew and cast of The Peripheral had to do in order to get our mission accomplished, which is bringing this to TV.
Definitely. Awesome. Well, that is my time today. I just want to say it was such a pleasure speaking with you both. Thank you so much.
Lovely chatting with you.
Thank you.
Thank you.